All right. Hi guys, this is the pre-recorded class for Thursday, January 21st. We're gonna begin standing up and we're gonna do a little bit of balancing today that might be kind of challenging. So if you know that your balance is challenged, go ahead and grab a chair to have nearby. Let me see what this says to me. Okay, we're gonna begin in mountain pose. So feet are gonna be directly underneath your hips, hip width apart. If it's more comfortable for you, feet can be together, but we don't want to be any wider than our hips for mountain pose. Lift your toes up, spread your toes wide, float your toes back down. Find balance throughout each foot and equally in each leg. So take a moment here to notice if you lean more to the left or to the right, or if you put more weight on the heels than the toes or vice versa. Kind of settle into your feet, into your legs. Feel the stacking of your bones. Engage your thighs, lifting your kneecaps up. Squeeze your quadriceps, press through your hamstrings. The front of the thighs are the quadriceps, the back of the thighs are the hamstrings. Pull your tummy in. If you can, lift up through your pelvic floor. If you can't do that, if you're unfamiliar with that concept, don't worry about it for now. Chest is open, shoulders are relaxed back. The back of your shoulders feel like they're floating down your back rather than squeezing in toward each other. Arms at your side, strong, but not over flexed. Palms facing forward or facing in, whatever's right in your body. We look forward, chin down, or parallel to the ground, I should say. Let's just take a couple of breaths. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. If congestion or anything else is preventing you from breathing in and out through the nose, just breathe whatever way makes you feel comfortable. Belly rises as you inhale and shrinks down as you breathe out. Feel what you feel in your body and allow what you feel in your mind. Notice any areas of tightness or discomfort in your body, or also in your thoughts. Acknowledge that it's there, but don't get stuck on it. Allow it to be there, to be the warning that it is, to take it easier, to tell you that it's something that needs to be worked on. Allow your body to communicate with you. Let's move the arms a little bit. With an inhale, bring your arms up and overhead. Reach up tall. With an exhale, turn your palms out and float them down. Again, inhale, bring your arms up, wide overhead. And exhale, bring them out. Let's go one more time. Inhale, arms up. This time we're gonna exhale, bend the elbows, hands come down toward your shoulders behind your head. Inhale, bring the arms up, palms facing toward each other. And exhale, bring them back. This time, inhale, bring the arms up, and exhale, palms out, float the arms down. Bring your feet just a little bit wider now. With an inhale, bring your arms up, reach up tall. With an exhale, bring your arms down while swan diving forward. Send your chest forward and bring your hands down toward the ground. If they can't come all the way to the ground, that's okay. Then we're gonna inhale, bring our hands to our thighs and extend our spine. Pressing through the back of our legs, the hips facing backward. With an exhale, come forward. And then inhale, come right back to that half back salute. Exhale, forward. Inhale, halfway back up, extend through the spine. Again, exhale, forward, relax the spine. Inhale, come back up, lengthen the spine, tailbone back. Last time, exhale, forward, release. Inhale, extend the spine. Good. Let's do one more. Exhale down. And inhale, arms wide, come all the way up. Reach up tall, palms together. Exhale, bring your hands to center in a grounding pose. Take a couple breaths. Set an intention here if you would like to. We'll be working on balance, flexibility, and just movement. Bring your arms back down to your side. Walk your feet in just a bit. Mountain pose. We're going to be going into a crescent lunge. With an inhale, arms wide, reach up. Palms facing in toward each other. Left foot steps straight back. Right knee bends. Left heel is off of the ground and both feet are facing forward. Drop the hips forward slightly. Feel the stretch in your left leg. If you feel like it's available for you, look up. Take a couple of breaths. Stretch your upper body up towards the sky. Root your lower body down into your mat. And bring your left arm forward. Draw your tummy in. Bring your right arm out to the right. And then bring it back. So we're twisting a little bit through center. Reach with the left arm forward and reach with the right arm back. One more breath here. With an inhale, come back up. Right arm comes forward, both arms up. Reach. And with an exhale, arms float down as we step forward back to mountain pose. Good. As we go to the other side for the same thing, I am going to turn to my side so that you can see what we're doing from a side view. With an inhale, arms reach up tall overhead, palms facing toward each other. And with an exhale, right foot stepping straight back, left knee is bending. Right heel is off of the ground, hips drop forward a little bit. Left knee is right above the ankle, not extended beyond the ankle. And reaching up to touch the sky while rooting down through your feet. Looking up if you feel stable here, or looking forward if you don't feel quite as stable. Bring your left arm out to your left and your right arm forward. Bring your left arm back, twisting gently through center. Reach with your right arm, reach with your left arm. And with an inhale, bring your left arm forward and up while you step back up to mountain pose. Good. Let's take a breath here. Inhale, arms wide, reach up tall. Palms together overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. That felt really good. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale. Lower your chin down, stretching through the back of your neck and upper shoulders. Good, bring your chin up. And forward, arms come down to your side, mountain pose. From here, let's go into a chair pose. We're gonna bring our feet together for our chair pose. With an inhale, bring your arms up overhead, palms facing toward each other. And an exhale, bend your knees and drop your seat a little bit. Keep your tummy pulled in, nice and tight. Lift your toes up, spread your toes wide, and place them back down on the mat. Excellent. Let's see what happens if we lift our toes up and hold there for a moment. Place them back down. And let's see what happens if we lift our heels up. Hold there for a moment. Place them back down. Let's see what happens if we lower our seat just a little bit more. With an inhale, come up. And with an exhale, send your chest forward and lower down into a forward fold. Draw your navel in. Inhale, come back up, arms wide, palms together. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more breath. Inhale up. And exhale down. Arms down at your side, mountain pose. We're gonna head to a pyramid pose with a little bit of a twist, literally. Inhale, left leg comes straight back. Left toes turn out slightly. Right toes remain forward. Hips remain forward. So if when you stepped back, your hips came back with you, adjust them forward. Press your left heel down into the ground. If you feel like your joints or your joints or bones are kind of twisted here, take a step out with your left leg so that you feel better being more forward. Both legs remain straight here. With an inhale, bring your arms up, lengthen your spine. With an exhale, send your chest forward, reaching forward. Bring your right arm down and your left arm out to the left. Good. Just like we did in our lunge, reach your left arm back. Beautiful. See if as you stay here in this posture, if on your exhale, that right arm might be willing to come down just a little bit further. And maybe a little bit further still. This is a good opportunity to use a block if you have a block. Or you could even use your chair if you have a chair. You can keep your hand at your thigh if that's more appropriate for you as well. A little bit of a twist to pyramid. One more breath. With an inhale, come back up, arms up, bend your right knee, bringing you to warrior one. Cactus arms, bending your elbows, fingertips facing up. Draw your elbows back to really open your heart. With an inhale, bring your arms up, reach up. And exhale, bring them back to cactus. Draw the elbows back. Let's do that a couple more times. Inhale up and exhale back. Inhale up and exhale back. One more time. Inhaling up and exhaling back. This time we're going to inhale up and step up. Exhale, arms down to mountain pose. Let's take a resting breath. Inhale, both arms wide, reach up, palms together, look at your thumbs. And exhale, hands to your heart. Again, inhale, up. And exhale, down. Arms at your side, mountain pose. Remember, when we come to mountain pose, it's not just arms at your side. It's an active pose. Toes are spread, feet are balanced, knees are lifted, tummy's pulled in, pelvic floor up if you can, heart is open. Let's go to the other side. Right leg takes a big step back. Right hip faces forward. Press your right heel into the mat. With an inhale, reach up, lift your heart up. With an exhale, send your chest forward. Both legs remain straight. Right arm comes out to the right. Left hand comes down to your leg, wherever it is. Again, it might be your thigh. It might be down to your foot, wherever is comfortable for you. Might be at a block. And then right arm comes back to the right for a twist. You can relax your head down, or you can keep your head up, whatever's most comfortable for you. This almost feels like a little bit of a triangle, doesn't it? Just a little twist on our pyramid. Let's bend the left knee and come back. Winding in warrior one. Bend your elbows, cactus arms. Draw your elbows back. Let's inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms down, elbows back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Inhale up. Exhale back. Again. Excellent. One last time. As we exhale, arms down, step back to mountain pose. Resting breath. Inhale, arms wide, reach up. And exhale, hands to center. Again. Mountain pose. Inhale, left leg steps back. Both feet turn to the left so that the feet are parallel with each other. Going for a wide leg forward fold here. If your forward fold isn't real deep, you can bring your chair in front of you. I'll show you what I mean there. If this was a chair, maybe it has a chair back, or maybe I'm using the seat of the chair. We're going to inhale, bring our arms up, and exhale, chest is going to come forward, and we might bring it to the chair, the back, or the seat. Or maybe if the flexibility is there for us, the hands will come all the way to the ground, or perhaps to a block or something else. Make it comfortable for you. Don't overstretch. That doesn't benefit us at all if we overstretch. So get comfortable, and once you've gotten comfortable, relax your head downward. All right, guys, I'm sorry about that. I had to pause my recording. So we're in our forward fold, just relaxing the body. So however that is comfortable for you, we want to bring our head downward to let our shoulders relax. Now for some of us, if we're particularly tight in the hamstrings, back, or anywhere, it's not going to be comfortable to bring your head down maybe. In that case, if you're not using a chair or blocks or something, grab one. The benefit of a pre-recorded class is that you can press pause and take the time to do that, because you're going to be able to relax yourself down if you have something to support you. If you're constantly in a reaching place, you're not going to be able to relax yourself down. Another method is just like you saw me do here, relax your head on something, and that way you can just let go through the arms and shoulders. So you could relax your head onto the seat of a chair, or perhaps onto a block, or maybe even onto the ground, kind of depending where you are. So just tune into your breaths here. Shoulders relaxed. And see if you can get your body to relax a little bit. If you want to go more for the stretch than relax, you can bring your arms back between your legs. Or you can stretch your back deeper by lowering down onto your forearms. But for the purpose today of the forward fold, I'm really just wanting to get that inversion. Let the oxygen and blood flow up toward your brain. Connecting with the breath. Now come on back to your hands if you've gone deeper than your hands. We're going to take a little twist here. You notice we're doing a lot of twists today. We're going to bring the right arm out to the right, and if you can, bring it up, twisting through center. If you can't bring it up, that's okay. Just keep it out to the right. One more inhale here. And then an exhale to bring it down. And to the other side. Inhale out to the left. And then up if you can. Again, if you can't, just bring it out to the side. One more inhale. And then an exhale. Now we've been upside down for a while, so we're going to want to come up really slowly. Bringing your hands first to your thighs, walking them up to your hips, slowly raising your body up. If you're lightheaded, take just a moment before you move. And then gently walk your feet in and come back up to mountain pose. Let's take a resting breath. With an inhale, arms wide, reach up tall. Palms together, look at your thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. We're going to go into our balancing. If you're using a chair, you're going to want it to be in front of you, directly in front of you. You'll want to use the back of your chair. You can also use a wall. We're going to go into a warrior 3. So you could use a wall. We're going to be in mountain pose. I'll show you first what pose we're going into, and then I'll show you what it might look like against the wall. Bring the arms up and overhead. Step back with the left leg. Bring the chest forward, reach forward, and bring your body halfway down. Bend your right knee slightly and lift your left foot off of the ground. Maybe lift it up higher so that the back leg is parallel to the ground. Okay. If we're at the wall, hands are going to come to about waist height or so. We'll bring the chest down and left leg back. Okay. Play around with it a little bit. This isn't an easy one, so play around with it. If you want, you can bring your arms wide. That helps you find your balance. Come in and out of it if you need to. So it might be in and out. Or it might be in and shake around a little bit and then out. Let's hold for about 2 more breaths, if I can. And then see if we can end in mountain pose. How about the other side? Same thing. Arms up, chest forward, arms come down, right leg steps back, little bit of a bend in your left knee, and then right foot comes off of the ground. Maybe it comes parallel to the ground behind you. Maybe it doesn't. That left knee can be straight or bent, whatever feels best for you. Arms can be wide or forward, whatever feels best for you. Remember, you might be using a chair, you might be using the wall, you might be doing both, coming in and out of the posture. Play around with it. See what works best for you. When you're ready, come back to mountain pose. Let's take a forward fold. With an inhale, arms wide, reach up tall. With an exhale, chest forward, and come on down into a forward fold. With an inhale, hands to your thighs, extend through your spine for a half back salute. And with an exhale, one more forward fold. Inhale, arms wide, come on up. Exhale, arms wide, palms face down. Step your feet together. Bend your knees, drop your feet into chair pose. See if you can bring your left leg back, just like we're in airplane pose again. And then come back to chair pose. 2 more times. Left leg back and chair pose. 1 more time. If you need to use a chair, go ahead and use your chair. Chair pose. Arms down, come up tall. Let's go to the other side. Inhale, arms wide, reach up. Exhale, arms halfway down, chair pose. Good. When you're ready, right leg comes back. And then chair pose. Again, right leg back. Chair pose. Back. Chair pose. Let's do it 1 more time. Back. Chair pose. Up, arms up. Arms wide, float them down. Roll your shoulders. And then roll them the other direction. One more balance and then we'll come to the ground. Balancing on your right leg, we're going to just bring the left knee up. See if you can bring your hands to your knees, or knee, I should say, not both knees. If you can't get that, you might bring your hand to your thigh. If you can bring it to your knee, maybe you'd want to go even further and grab hold of your foot. See what that's like. That brings your knee up higher. Play around with that for a moment. See how it works. If you want to play with it longer, you can press pause and continue playing. Otherwise, bring the left leg back down. We'll go to the other side. Right knee comes up. And then maybe you can grab it with your arms. Or maybe you're grabbing onto your thigh. Or maybe you're not grabbing it at all and you're holding onto your chair. And maybe you're going to take it even deeper and hold on to the foot. Or maybe you're going to fall over like me. So again, play with it for a little bit. Come in and out. Push pause if you'd like to take more time. And then relax it down. Let's shake it up a little bit. Literally, shake the hands and the elbows and the shoulders and the chest, then the knees and the hips. Shake it out, get it loose. We're all alone here tonight, so you can just, or this morning, hopefully you're watching it in the morning, you can just shake it out. Well, not hopefully, but most of you are watching in the morning. Shake it out. Good. Come back to mountain pose. Close your eyes, take a moment to feel the vibrations you created when you did your wiggling. Step your feet out just a little bit. With an inhale, bring your arms wide, reach up. With an exhale, bring your arms wide, come down. Bend your knees so that you can bring your hands all the way to the ground. Maybe you don't need to bend your knees, but start out with your knees bent. Slide your hands underneath your feet so that your palms are facing up and your feet are resting against your palms. Again, maybe your knees are bent here, maybe they're straight, depends on your anatomy. Either way is just fine. Relax your head down. And then gently try to straighten through your legs and pull your arms up. The resistance of your feet against your hands, you'll feel a little stretch in your shoulders or upper arms maybe in your wrists and maybe someplace else. Then ape arms. Big breaths in and out through your nose. One more breath. Release your hands. Slowly roll up to standing. Chin stays tucked. We step back in to mountain pose. If you feel lightheaded, close your eyes or tuck your chin until your blood pressure regulates. Let's take a resting breath. Inhale, arms wide, reach up. Palms together. Exhale, hands come down. Once again, inhale. And exhale. Arms come down. Mountain pose, strong and activated. On Tuesday, we came down to seated via squat. We're gonna do that again, but a slightly different squat. So we're gonna bring our feet together. Last time we had our feet to the edges of our mat. This time we're gonna have our feet together. So just like we did before, you only wanna come down in your squat as far as you can handle, as far as feels good in your body. When you get to the point that, okay, that's where it feels okay, then we're gonna come down to our hands and knees. Let's start by bringing our arms forward, palms facing down. Plant your heels into the ground, draw your navel in, and slowly start lowering your bottom downward. Now again, we're just coming as far as feels comfortable in our squat, and then we're bringing our hands forward and to our hands and knees. Position yourself so that your wrists are directly underneath your shoulders, inner elbows facing the opposite top corner of your mat. Knees are hip width apart. Look straight down so that your spine is in a straight, long line. Draw your tummy up as if you're sucking in your belly. Press your hands and knees away from the ground, so you're pressing the ground away. Take a couple breaths like that. You can press your feet into the ground too if you'd like. Curl your toes under. We're gonna stretch the feet by walking the hands back and lowering our seat onto our heels. That big screaming toe stretch that everybody loves. Take a couple breaths. And then come on back to hands and knees. From our tabletop, we're gonna stretch our calves. Right leg comes back, toes curled under, and press into the ball of the foot. Leaning back slightly in the arms so that your wrists are no longer directly underneath your shoulders. You're gonna just hold that stretch. Hopefully you feel it in your calves. You might feel it someplace else too. And then play around with where you're putting weight in your foot. Maybe lean in a little bit on your foot so that your weight is closer to your big toe. Or maybe lean out so that your weight is closer to your pinky toe. Or just straight back. Play around with it. See what it feels like in your body to move in the stretch. One more breath. And then bring your knee in. We'll go to the other side. Left leg comes back. Out of the way. Pressing into the stretch. Lean in towards the big toe, see what that feels like. Lean in towards the outer toe, see what that feels like. And play around with it. And come on in to hands and knees. From here, we're going to try to go to a plank pose. We're going to just hold that pose for a moment, so don't worry about it if you're worried about the plank. It won't be too long. Let's take a little break on our wrist first, bringing your seat down to your heels if you can, or maybe up to your knees. Intertwine your fingers and just make circular motion with the wrists, alternating from right to left. Good. Jazz hands. And then fingers down. Shake it out. Good. Come back to hands and knees. Wrists directly underneath the shoulders, inner elbows facing the opposite corner of the mat. We're going to attempt a plank pose. Before we do, draw your tummy up towards your spine, nice and tight. Up. Good. Right leg comes back, curl the toes under, just like when we were pressing the calf. We're only going to hold this for just a moment. So if you can hold a plank, you can go a little bit longer, but if you're worried about it, just for a moment. Now we're going to bring the left leg back at the same time. Left leg comes back, and the knees come down. See, we did it. Let's try to come into that one more time. Walk your knees forward. Left leg comes back. We're going to start with the left leg this time. We're going to hold it for just a little bit longer if we can, but if we can't, come right back to your knees. Ready? Right leg comes back. Hold one breath. And knees come down. Let's take a child's pose. Bring your seat to your heel and your head toward the ground. You can bring your arms back to give your shoulders a break. And come on back up. We're going to come down to our back. From here, we're going to do a little internal hip rotation. Windshield wipers. Let me turn so that you can see what I'm doing a little bit better maybe. My black pants aren't great in the dark like this, though, are they? Knees together, walk your feet as wide as your yoga mat or thereabouts. You'll feel an internal torque of the hips. So knees are together, feet are wide. Rest with that for just a moment. Take a couple breaths. And then both knees are going to work to the right. Come down to the right. Good. And then both knees over to the left. Back to the right. Over to the left. Windshield wipers. And right. And left. Now for some of us, these windshield wipers feel so nice in the body and they feel so beneficial. If that's you, you can always press pause on the video and continue this motion for a while. Or you can just kind of keep doing it while we move forward. Because some of us don't like this motion. It doesn't feel comfortable and we want to get out of it as quick as we can. We all have some of those poses, I think. So let's bring the knees back together, unless you want to stay in this position. Walk the feet in towards each other. Go ahead and bring your knees up toward your chest. Arms wrap around the shins or the thighs. Gentle rock side to side. Relax the feet back down. Walk your heels in towards your bottom. Feet and knees together, arms to your side, palms facing down. Looking straight up, tuck your chin. We're headed to a little bridge pose. We're not going to go into a deep bridge, just a little bridge. Pressing the arms into the ground, pressing the feet into the ground. With an inhale, lift your bottom up. Good. Keep your knees together. And we're just going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower it down. Draw your knees back into your chest. Good. Let's take a happy baby. Letting the knees come wide. Bring your hands between the legs, pointer and middle finger. Wrap around the big toes, and then feet come wide. Knees stay deeply bent here. Deep breaths into the belly. Breathing into the low back. And feet together. Release your hands. Lower your butterfly legs down to the ground. Bring your hands to rest on your belly. Puppies. Here, finish. Allow yourself to just feel your pose. Notice what it feels like to be in this pose, in this moment. Taking a few breaths. And then whenever you're ready, move yourself into Shavasana. Legs straight out in front of you, feet full open, arms at your side, palms facing up. If you'd like to continue in your butterfly, stay there. That's a very comfortable passive pose for some of us. Going to allow ourselves to just kind of drift away in a relaxed state for a few moments. Given that this is a pre-recorded class, I'm going to go ahead and end it here, but you guys stay in Shavasana for as long as you can, as long as you would like to. If we had all the time in the world, we might stay in Shavasana for about 20 or 30 minutes, depending on what feels right in your body. But 20 to 30 minutes is actually standard for Shavasana. We just never really have enough time to do it for a 50-minute class. I encourage you to stay here, focusing on your breath, letting your thoughts be easy, letting your thoughts go. And then when you're finished, you'll just really slowly come out of the posture and you'll thank yourself for practicing yoga today. See you guys next time. Namaste.